It is a huge East Texas clash of state-ranked powers as the Carthage Bulldogs visit the Kilgore Bulldogs. What are the keys to this matchup? Key number one, star power, because for a 4A game, this might have more star power per capita than any game in Texas this week. Look at Carthage, the defending 4A Division II state champs, and what they bring back as far as headliners are concerned. KJ Edwards, perhaps the best running back in the state of Texas. Queve Beck, perhaps the best linebacker in the state of Texas. And of course, their star quarterback, Jet Surratt, back for his senior season. This team is absolutely loaded. And then, by the way, Kilgore, fresh off a run to their own state championship game last season, looked spectacular as well. Kason Brooks, their quarterback, is back, as is their incredible two-way star, LaKelian Graves, who set the world on fire at the state 7-on-7 tournament this past summer. This is a huge clash of star power there in Kilgore. So which of these teams can get their stars shining brightest early? Key number two, nuts and bolts. So for all the star power that these two teams have, they've also got some holes to fill in kind of the worker bee types, the guys who fill in the gaps that make these teams go. For Kilgore, it's going to be on the defensive side. Yes, they've got guys like Cameron Christian at the defensive end spot and Jacalen Sheffield, their ball hawking safety back there, but they also have just 5 starters back on the defensive side from a team that went to a state championship game last year. Clint Fuller will have to fill in those gaps as they go. For Carthage, it's on the lines that we have some questions about, specifically offensive line. They have to replace 3 starting offensive linemen, and defensive line, where they have to replace 3 of their starters up front as well. Now, Scott Surratt, one of the very best in the business at reloading, but how quickly can both of these teams get their nuts and bolts in order? And key number 3, grand opening. So the 2025 Texas high school football season is upon us. There is a palpable electricity across the state of Texas, and for these two teams coming off of spectacular 2024 seasons, for Carthage a state championship, for Kilgore a state runner-up finish, there is a lot to be excited about. And then they're just going to kick off the game. And 48 minutes of football is going to happen. And if we know anything about Texas high school football, week 1 can be a little sloppy. It can be a little loose. A lot of turnovers, a lot of penalties, a lot of mistakes that end up costing teams games. Now, these are 2 supremely well-coached ball clubs with Clint Fuller on the Kilgore side and Scott Surratt on the Carthage side. So we expect them to be in order, but at the same time, it is week 1, and there's to be expected a little bit of sloppiness. Which of these teams can handle the first moments of the season better? Who am I picking? I'm going with Carthage. The Red Bulldogs, from Carthage that is, get the nod here because of the strength of their offense. That is a pretty known commodity. There is not many teams out there that are going to be able to roll out a quarterback running back duo like Jet Surratt and KJ Edwards.